Today, JP and I are doing an excursion to the artisan villages right outside Cuenca. We are going to visit 3 artisan villages this morning that are about an hour drive. We're really excited because we haven't seen any of the cantons yet, and each canton is known for a special trade. So we're going to see guitar making, jewelry making, textiles, all in today's trip. This is going to be a 3-part video because we have a lot to cover today. So our first stop is going to be San Bartolomé, and they are the makers of guitars.
So the guide's here. Now we just have to wait on Amelia to do all of her finishing prep. And we're off. Bye little girl. We'll see you when we get home. Now let's go meet our guide. ¿Cómo se llama?
Hello, my name is Wilson. I'm gonna be your driver guide for today.
Hola Wilson.
Hi.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto para mí. Un gusto es mío. Okay, so today we will visit, 3 different towns. The first town is gonna be in 45-50 minutes,
Okay.
The name of the lovely town is San Bartolomé.
Okay.
It's a very charming town, and there we will visit a lady, a local lady. She has a garden, and she planted medical plants, medical flowers.
Oh, cool.
So she's gonna collect different plants, different flowers, and she made a special tea.
Oh, that sounds
Oh,
fun.
neat.
The tea is costs only $2.25. She
Okay.
gave me the tea with a homemade bread.
Oh,
She
wow.
made the bread with corn flour and brown sugar, and she prepared it in the wood ovens. It's a very tasty experience. And after that, we visit the park. It's a lovely church. And after that, we're going to visit the guitars workshops.
Okay.
After that, we're going to Chordeleg to see the ceramic, the miniature ceramic. We give you time in the park so you can visit the jewelry shops, stores, And in the end, we're going to Gualaceo.
Right.
Gualaceo, the textiles, if you like visit the orchids.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the itinerary for today, right? So after that, we return to the city.
That sounds great.
Anything where you need, please let me know, right?
Okay.
Welcome to the tour.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
You're
And we're off.
Welcome to San Bartolomé. San Bartolomé was a disciple,
Oh, okay.
A disciple?
A disciple. Before this little town, all this area, it's called Aranchapa. Aranchapa is the name when the Cañaris inhabitants in here, So, who put the name of San Bartolomé? The Spanish. The Spanish established in here, first, before Cuenca. Why? Because in this area exists a lot of gold.
Gold. Yeah.
So that's why they came here, and find this little village before Cuenca. Cuenca was founded in 1557, San Bartolomé 1536.
Wow.
So it's a very, very old town.
That's old.
Aranchapa is the name of the endemic flower what exists in here before. For any reason, this flower extinct already,
Oh, that's too bad.
But the flower, the people say, looks like a seashell.
Oh, wow.
And it's very common flower in this area. That's why the name before of this area, Aranchapa. And San Bartolomé now is famous because they make guitars.
Right.
Usually in here in San Bartolomé, you find excellent qualities of guitars. A lot of international artists
Oh, wow.
from South America, even Ecuadorian artists, they came to San Bartolomé to buy guitars.
First stop, we're going to taste tea and
That's the medical teas.
Medical
it's
tea.
called horchata. It's prepared with different flowers, medical plants. So it's interesting because this lady in here, she planted, you know. She has like a small garden, and she offered to local people that are interested in tea.
Ah.
It's good for everything, for nerves, stress.
Oh, good. We
it's a
have those.
diuretic,
Yes, we do.
good for the liver, for the kidneys, you know.
Okay.
So
Great.
let's go to try. She has the garden.
Yep.
Example in here, can smell.
Oops. That smells really good. Wow.
Wow, that's strong.
I know. Who would
wasn't
have got this
expecting
little
it.
leaf?
Yeah, we call cedrón in Spanish. In the back, all these flowers, it's good for something. Example, borraja is good for the cough. You know,
Okay.
coughs, bronchial problems. Inside, you see that red flower over there.
Yes.
The red flower, it's called sangurache or ataco. Sangurache is the Quechua name. Ataco is Spanish.
Okay.
Usually, this plant, the flowers, they used to dye the water. So many of those
okay.
teas has a special pink
Right.
color.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So they dye with that flower.
Oh, I know.
And also this flower has a medical properties, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the altitude sickness.
Oh,
So that's why it's a very important flower, you know, only grown in the highlands. In Cuenca City, I don't know if you try your traditional drink of Cuenca. It's called pitimas, agua de pitimas.
We have not tried that.
This drink, you can find it in the Flowers Plaza,
Oh,
behind
okay.
of the new Cathedral of Cuenca.
Okay.
And there we have a beautiful white color church. It's called
Yep.
Carmen de la Asunción. Next to the church, we find the convent. Inside, we find the 21 nuns, religious nuns. These ladies live in cloister. So these ladies prepared a traditional drink. It's called pitimas.
Piti.
Piti, piti is a Quechua word. Piti means little bit. Más, more. So the drink is called little bit more.
Oh.
And it's prepared with these flowers. These flowers are part of the recipe to prepare the drink.
Okay.
we're waiting for our tea and bread.
I can't believe how beautiful that is.
So pretty. And we have our tea. Oh wow, it's so
You see,
beautiful.
It is
the
so-
color
I
is
know, it's so pretty.
is because they use the flowers, you know, to dye and the bread, you know, is made with a corn flour, brown sugar, and they baking in the wood ovens.
Oh,
you
wow.
know. It's,
It smells
get
delicious.
a special flavor. Please, I recommend you, you know, put some little lime.
Mine? Okay.
Squeeze a little lime. And if you need sugar, you have sugar in here, but I prefer it like this, you know, without sugar. It's more healthy.
Yes.
All right, the taste test.
All right. It's pretty hot. It's good.
Is it
You're
good?
gonna like it. Yeah, it's really good.
This came from the Carludovica palmata is the name of the palm. And we have to make a special process. When it's like this, it's called cogollos. So this region in here, the ladies are one of the best to weaving hats.
Oh.
You know, the traditional Panama hats.
Yes.
Wow, so they use this to make the Panama hats.
Yep. Yeah. And
Wow.
different, you know, ornaments.
Right.
Not only hats, different.
Okay.
Please, this way.
We just had our delicious tea and cornmeal bread, and now we're walking down to El Centro, the center of the town.
Yeah.
The church, you can
It's a
see the
very
big church.
traditional sport
Soccer or
in
football?
Ecuador.
Right.
It's called indoor football. They play with a small
Oh yeah, that is a lot.
Small
smaller.
ball, indoor football. We're in Siciliano, which is a barrio of San Bartolomé. And this is a famous guitar maker. They make some of the best guitars in all of South America in this area of San Bartolomé. And this, we've been told, is one of the best ones here.
So the interesting of this job, you know, this guy, you see the decoration
Yes.
right here on the
gorgeous.
sides of the guitar. This guy made different things. You see?
Oh wow.
Look,
Wow.
small
They're very
pieces.
small.
You know, they use the wood chip, you know,
Oh, interesting.
to make this. So they stick, you know, the wood chip, and they draw the designs, and after they cut it. So you see, each pizza is a different design.
Yes.
So they have to make holes in here and set up one by one and
Wow.
make this. Looks like ice paint, you know,
It
but
does.
Aquí tenemos un
only set up with us. Like this is what they made, you know.
Wow, that is so
You see?
beautiful.
So that's why the characters of the guitars of this guy are the better,
Right,
the,
oh,
the
sure.
best ones. So to make one guitar, they take 8 days. Sometimes difficult designs, you know, take longer, 15, 1 month. And they selling the guitar since $100 to $2,000.
Sure.
Depend the quality of the strings,
Right.
the quality of the wood, the quality of the end, you know. So
Wow, it's really interesting.
all 100% the guitar is made by hand, you know.
Wow.
So all this guy making here. ¿Qué tiempo se demora en hacer una guitarra?
Estas dos, un mes. En esa y esta.
They make
Las dos,
the
un
two
mes.
guitars in 1 month, you know.
Okay.
You
Oh,
see?
that one's really pretty too.
Mhm.
Wow.
So they can make also
Le hacemos de pasito, le
violins.
hacemos este de yapa.
Mhm. He said, "What you know? When you order 2 guitars, he give you this free. It's called
That's a
yapa.
yapa.
Right.
That's a yapa.
Ukulele.
Yeah.
Cool. And look at the amazing view he has from his
Wow.
workbench. This is right out the back of his workshop. That's amazing.
Aquí tenemos un requinte en palo de rosa.
Wow.
Oh, this is a special wood. You know, it's called palo de rosa.
Este es el pino
Pine,
y este es el palo de rosa.
and that's the palo de rosa.
Oh, okay.
This wood is the best quality of wood where they can make guitars. Usually they import this from Africa.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a special. So, ¿cuánto vale una guitarra de este?
Esta vale 850.
Because the material, the price of this guitar is $850.
Sure.
$850. Tóqueles algo pues, para que vean.
A ver si me sale.
And Uyaguari, last name is one of the better last name to make guitars.
Oh,
The
wow.
famous guys in San Bartolomé.
And his father, his grandfather started?
He started with the business 150 years ago.
Wow.
150
For any
years.
reason, you know, this town became and
Yeah,
make guitars, you know.
it's really interesting.
It is.
Yeah, it's like how do you have a town dedicated to making guitars?
Yeah, that's the old guild,
Usually-
the old guild system.
Yeah.
I'm very close from Cuenca. It's only 45 minutes
No, I know.
from Cuenca to the east, you know. You find the San Bartolomé, a lovely town with 2,000 people, nice square, beautiful church with a
very
nice
beautiful.
customs, you know.
Yes.
hmm
So picturesque. It's amazing.
This guy is selling guitars in Cuenca, Tuesdays, you know,
Oh.
in the San Francisco Square,
Oh.
opposite of the church.
Okay. Oh, we'll have
So you can find in there
go over and
guitars,
look.
you know, since $100, $200, depend, you know. And you see the
Oh yeah.
guy right here,
Very
Santiago Ullaguari. You see, they are very famous in San Bartolomé. See,
Cool. Uh-huh.
cuna de las más finas guitarras, you know. It's where you can find the fine guitars.
Wow.
Hi veggie lovers, we are back from our adventure and our first stop was San Bartolomé, which was a really cute little town. It was actually much higher in altitude than I had anticipated. It was pretty chilly, so luckily I had my nice orange jacket with me. But we had a really fun adventure. So our first stop in San Bartolomé was to go see this local woman who is known throughout the area for making her herbal medicinal teas. So we had true authentic horchata tea, which she went through her garden and picked the fresh leaves and flowers right before she brewed up the tea. It was fantastic. It needed nothing, no sweetener, nothing. It was a pretty pink color. We loved it. And she made some bread out of, do you remember what that bread was? Cornmeal? It was a nice little snack to start off our adventure. We went into the square,
center of the
the
plaza.
center, right. Saw the church, because of course every town has its church, and saw some people playing soccer, which we learned was actually indoor soccer, even though they play it outdoors. But this ball is a smaller soccer ball, and the court is smaller.
And it was concrete.
Yeah.
And there was no falling down, grabbing of shins like there is in real soccer.
Yeah.
It was hardcore. It was like a cross between rugby and soccer. They were really, really rough.
And then after that, we drove up the Ruta de
Guitarras.
Gracias. I don't
La
remember.
Ruta de Guitarras, the guitar route, basically.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different craftsmen that make guitars, and we stopped in one shop and got to see how they make the guitars and how they use these tiny little pieces of wood to do all the beautiful inlays. It was really interesting, and we were just amazed by the beautiful views outside of his shop.
Yeah, just from his workbench, he had a beautiful view of the Andes Mountains and the valley below.
It
It
was
was
gorgeous.
amazing.
Oh, and please remember to like, comment, and share, and check out parts 2 and 3 of our tour.
To Chordeleg and Gualaceo.
Gualaceo. Thanks, veggie lovers.
Bye.
And action.
You're such a nut.